Hey everyone, my name is Bo Sanders. Today I want to talk to you about cultural chaos. I've picked up a lot of new followers and friends in the past couple months, so I wanted to let you know about a series that I did in 2018 about our cultural moment and why it is going to get worse. My favorite philosopher, Žižek, says that the light at the end of the tunnel is probably another oncoming train, and I think he's right. I'm a naturally optimistic person, but about 15 years ago, I became alerted to the very real turmoil and the fracturing in our society. This original series that I did in 2014 had 4 parts. Why things seem so bad right now, fragmented and fractured, there's no such thing as neutral anymore, and everyone for themselves. You can go back and watch those 4 videos or read those 4 posts, but I wanted to summarize it for you here today so you know why I'm doing what I do. The 2 basic things that you will want to understand is number 1, everything you see, all of the competing tribes and opinions and agendas are remnants from previous eras. But the second thing is that we have no agreed upon arena in which to settle our disagreements and disputes. Ours is a fragmented and fractured society in which incompatible agendas and projects compete for thinner slices of the collective pie. They cannot be reconciled to one another because they all house or are embedded with different programs, to use a computer analogy. And sometimes they are completely different operating systems. It's not just that they have different goals and agendas and methods. They are different to each other, not just in degree, but often in type. This is why there is so much cultural chaos. We are both fractured and fragmented, but each of those competing camps speaks an internal language game that makes it nearly impossible to translate between them. So it's not just chess and checkers, but they share a similar board. Or to use a sports analogy, that you can't ask a baseball player how many touchdowns he scored. This isn't how it works. It's not like the difference between Ford and Chevy at a NASCAR race, or the difference between quilting and knitting and crochet. It's like trying to feed a banana to a cell phone. They are entirely different things. So, whether it's Democrat and Republican, or liberal and conservative, libertarian, creation and evolution, traditional and progressive, religious and secular, we talk past each other and often can't even hear what the other side is saying. Then you take that confusion and you turn it up to 11. You amplify it with things like social media. And in our self-selected echo chambers, they start to distort and it becomes a feedback loop that is unintelligible. So how can I say this is a good thing? Because we are being given the opportunity to finally deal with the remnants and remainders of our historical legacy and the roots of our various programs. If we're willing to look at the genealogy of how we got here, and to do some discourse analysis, this, by the way, is why I love critical theory, but you can watch that video, then we get to do an autopsy on our failing and faltering institutions and organizations. Some people like to say the more things change, the more they stay the same, but I would propose that that has never been less true than it is in the 21st century. I say that the more things change, the more they continue to change at a faster and faster rate. The words for our time are agitated and accelerated. Change is constant and happens not incrementally like it used to, but exponentially and perpetually. This is why going back to the past will not save us. Our moment is begging for better answers, but it's asking us a completely different kind of question. This is why I do what I do. This is not a blip on the radar. What you're seeing in the news is not a fever that will pass. This is the world we live in now. It's not a season and this too shall pass. No, this is our new reality. COVID, police protests, political dysfunction are not glitches or bugs in an otherwise healthy system. They are now features of the system that need to be considered on their own merit. So I'll say it again. Everything you're seeing is a remnant of a previous project or a program, and we have no arena in which to settle the disputes. So there's no reason to think that things will naturally get better or that we'll somehow find a middle ground. This is the good news of our moment. If you have ears to hear and eyes to see, our public, political, economic, medical, and environmental crisis are not a sad side effect of an otherwise healthy system. They are the remnants and remainders of a pre-existing condition. They're the logical conclusion of a long history, and now the chickens are coming home to roost. Like it or not, this is our new reality. And the sooner we wake up and realize that this is no nightmare, the better we can do at dealing with the fractured and fragmented nature of our society and world. I woke up to this about 15 years ago, and lots of people have said to me, it's only a matter of time before all this settles down and we can get back to business as usual. But there is no going back. And whoever we elect this fall won't fix it. They can't fix it because it's embedded in the system. It's baked in the bread. So until we wake up and take a sober look at how we got here, there is no reason to think that things are going to get any better on their own. I would love your feedback, your comments, your questions, your concerns. This is obviously going to be an ongoing and escalating situation, so I would love to be in conversation with you.